and Return actually is going to stay on the Order side. Legion will elect to take second ban. Yeah. Are you surprised by that based on how game number 1 went?
Not at all. I think a lot of these teams sort of come into the situation like, look, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We know what we're doing. This is what we want to do. So,
well, it was broke, though, is the thing.
Right. Very, very true. Sometimes, though, you make mistakes. Have you ever fallen on a bike? Ever?
Oh, God, don't start this.
Have you fallen on a bike before?
Of course.
Yeah. Do you know how to ride a bike?
Yeah.
So then keep doing it. That's the entire thought process. Sylvanas spanned out. No real surprise there.
Well, actually, no, that is a little bit surprising because their first pick. You can opt to. They could have banned Athena there. They could have done anything they wanted. They actually could have gotten Sylvanas here if they actually played it right. But I guess they value the Athena a little bit more, which as they should, because the Athena last game, all things told, she did very, very well.
Exactly.
She stopped a huge disengage in the duo lane, which kept Ullr alive, which is always a good thing.
And a big part of this team is both the Hunter and the mid laner. Cloud and Beyond and Nevin are big power players on this team.
Yep.
And what does Athena do? Sets up your burst mages in the mid and protects your Hunters in the dual lane. So I like the Athena pick. Hunbats and Isis on the top side.
Yep, that's going to be DJ Pernicus wielding the Hunbats, assuming we don't see any tomfoolery of it going into the solo lane. Poseidon mixed with Athena and Bastet. Again, they get their core 3 back in the lineup here. The Circuit and Bologna ban, Legion, they can grab a support here if they really want to. I mean, they really only have 2 options at this point, right? With Geb and Bacchus. I mean, we did see a Kumba earlier, and there's always the Ymirs, but North America really doesn't play Ymir ever.
Yeah, North America, really, they look for, well, hold that thought, because we see a Cupid, and there's no Xbalanque pick. Up until this point in Season 2, Cupid has been looked at as very strong because of the purple buff synergy, but generally picked after a Xbalanque because of the cripple on the ultimate, so interesting choice here.
Well, fortunately, they do have the ban, and they actually choose to ban out on her instead of Xbalanque. Okay. So I guess they're like, well, we can battle against it.
Well, yeah, of course. Cupid, they would love for you to pick the Xbalanque.
Yeah.
On her is a very powerful character. Odin banned out by Team Return.
What?
Two things here, Scott. Payne loves Odin. DJ loves Odin.
Okay.
I don't know if there's definitely, that's a homework ban. DJ Pernicus
had to have been.
Oh yeah, I mean Odin has a great mid game, which that's where Legion wants to go looking at this comp. You've got a Hunbats and a Cupid. They're not going to slay it during the late game, so you want to find that mid-game synergy. The Odin ban, the players like it, and it succeeds where the rest of their team goes. I love the Odin ban from Return.
Geb's going to go ahead and get locked in here as Return. They're looking for a solo lane. They're also looking for their Hunter. Who do you think we're going to see like the Chalk get picked up? Which that seems to be like the default. When people don't know, they're like, let's just go Chalk.
Yeah, Chalk, Throw an axe, slurp is the old adage. Basically, it's pretty simple. You just throw an axe to clear the wave. Sometimes you press a 2. And a Loki, a character that we haven't seen in a very, very long time.
He was just played by Game Hunter today.
Well, in general, Game Hunter is sort of broken down the door and looking at Salt Machine. He's like, all right, if Game Hunter can do it, I can do it too. Let's take it into the solo lane.
Now, who if you're going to go against a Loki in the lane, who do you want?
Freya.
Stop. So because you can banish the decoy?
Yes. Realistically speaking, decoy comes up more often than banish, so it's really not that good, but it does make some funny things happen. That said, with the Loki, you want to look for, we've seen a lot of Zhang Kueis in the past. We've seen a lot of hard, obviously Hercules and things like that. So we're going to go Sobek, which exactly like I was saying, Hercules, hard to kill people, right? Yep. Sobek, well, that is, you're a freaking Guardian with a passive that makes you harder to kill. So that's exactly the direction that Legion is going to go. And Well-Plaid will be playing Sobek in the solo lane.
So looking at it once again here, obviously we have Bastet, Poseidon, and Athena once again. So the mid-Harpy battle should go in favor of Return, which is really, I mean, they only lost 1, and that was just because Geb kind of walked up and knocked it up, right? And he used
very, very true. They were a little late to the party. That said, big difference here. Fear No Evil does a lot more than Thor does at those mid-camps. I mean, a Great Sun and a Tectonic Rift, yes, those are huge. But Fear No Evil will literally push you away from the Harpies so that I can press Hog.
It's also big to note that when he'll be using Fear No Evil is at the 3-minute and 6-minute mark, and who the hell gets any beads by that time? right?
Yeah.
I know I don't, but I also suck, right?
I was going to say, there's a reason you're not here in the
Oh
summer
yeah, no.
relegation.
I fully understand that I'm not good at the game, but like, I haven't seen anyone get beads pre 4 minutes.
Well, that's the thing. Every now and then you got to break the norm. Knowing that that's the situation, you might see an early beads on both your mid laner and your jungler, because Bastet definitely does well with beads. And I mean, you're a mid mage. You need beads. Again, 5-man or 4-man grouping up by Legion over here. Oh no, it's all 5. They're just hanging out. They're a little pressed on top.
Rama definitely saw him with the third-person camera there. Yeah, he could spin that around and see that they were invading, and he knows where the ward is. Obviously, there's no sentries out just yet, so they're just going to have to deal with them knowing the vision, but maybe they can use it to their advantage.
Yeah, I mean, so that right there, remember last game we were talking about the 5-man group up looking to catch Aphrodite out? Mm-hmm. That's protection for that. They want the soul lane ward, so they all go as a unit just in case they try to be funny. Loki is... Go ahead.
He has no Hand of the Gods.
No, he doesn't. I was just going to mention that. Loki with no Hand of the Gods. Legion has noticed that because they have the ward there, which means they can see his inventory, and they're going to abuse him for it. The Heartseeker reduction in price means 2 things. You start with a level 2 Heartseeker. That's 2 waves, Scott.
Yeah, well, actually, correct us, because we were completely wrong. Actually, Legion is on the order side this time. Return was on order side last time.
Oh,
So I think the graphic was, or I read it wrong. I don't know. So coming down here, the decoy will hit as well. Who got it? And will they be able to get this? The jump's going to be good as well. They're still going to be pushing on it. This might be first blood here. Loki might go down. There it is.
There it is. DJ Pernicus gets first blood onto the monkey. That's a scary prospect, especially keeping the Loki down. Now, as I was talking about, the level 2 Heartseeker, that's like 2 or 3 waves before you can finish this Heartseeker. It's so incredibly cheap. But again, it's a gamble. You don't have that hog. Right there, we see what happens when you don't have that hog. Without invisibility, Loki really has no movement, so he picks up decoy and he just becomes a sitting duck.
Do you think it was the right call for them to try to contest the blue?
No.
You think they should have just said, whatever, I'm out of here?
Yeah, I mean, looking at the combination of Loki and Bastet, there's really nothing that is going to scare the Hun Bats. It really was just an uphill battle. So that said, it's water on the bridge now. 1 death on Loki isn't going to ruin this solo lane matchup, because he's not going to look to kill the Sobek anytime soon. He's just going to look to sustain, rotate, kill towers, and be annoying. That's what a solo Loki wants to do.
Sacred Monkey is actually going to teleport him there, giving him the free poke as well. They're going to go ahead and rotate out. Both going to split and take that speed buff experience. And then, as you're seeing it on your screen here, we have the Gebs going to be here as well. Full rotation coming out. And they were able to take the back Harpies as well from return. Legion doing a very, very good job at controlling the jungle of return.
Yeah, Legion just all over the place. They're going to come from behind their enemy, but Return's dual lane will notice that, not sort of invade or gank, but just sort of interesting approach into their lane. So they'll back up, no problem. 2 members deep in the middle lane. It's sort of the 2v2 situation that we normally see around this time after jungles rotate out of the solo lane.
Yep. 3 minutes will mark the first set of the Harpies coming up. All things told, so far, the game has been dominated by Legion. We didn't see a 2-minute and 40-second Gold Fury out of them like we saw at a return out of Game 1, but still very good up to this point, as 15 seconds will be coming up here. As we're taking a look at the solo lane here, everything told, Sobek is dominating the lane. Loki, he's not going to be too much in trouble, but he's going to be behind for a bit.
I mean, see, here's exactly what I was talking about. Salt Machine just not even attacking the Sobek. Ultimate's going to come out to stop Clow in his tracks. Here's DJ Pernicus, and that should be good, but a beautiful, beautiful Spirit Ball coming out of Aduro secures what could have been a runaway. And they're going to go ahead and heal up with the ult. Meanwhile, in the duo lane, Panda Cat solos his opponent, Nevin.
Yep, well, left side Harpies are still going to be up here, as we're going to see Payne rotate over there, and we're going to watch DJ Pernicus start it up and then close this one out, and Bastet's going to just wave goodbye to that experience.
You know, we missed the fight over there in the duo lane because there was just so much action coming on in the mid lane, but if you noticed, Geb was here, and Athena wasn't, which means that was a 1v2 kill for Cupid.
That's huge.
Really, really cool stuff coming out from Panda Cat, the hunter on Cupid for Legion right there. And as you said, well planned on this Sobek, Scott. He's doing really well on this Sobek.
Yeah, and the best part about it is if he sees that he's low as well, and he wants to bait him into a teleport, which he actually just did.
Yeah.
Loki's always going to build teleport because what he does is, okay, I've decided to split push your left tower. Now I'm going to do your right tower because I can.
Loki just... The entire idea of Loki in the solo lane is... Hold that thought. We got a good taunt, which could be a better gank, but the rollout will not be stopped. There's a slow, but the cats can't catch up, folks. And Pain to Beyond just going to run under his tower. Loki solo, his entire thought process is to be an annoying... He's just an annoying squirrel that runs all around the map.
That's, again, speed buff's going to be taken. And now we're going to see the blue buff be taken as well. Return has yet to get a single blue buff. They've only gotten one speed buff at this point.
I mean, this is the entire reason you don't run mages solo, is because you don't have a hog. But F dot, Loki's not a mage. I don't care, he doesn't have a hog. He's just going to get invaded. That's so problematic. I mean, as we said, he's not exactly looking to fight the Sobek, so how's he going to do in lane is... virtually irrelevant, but losing that speed buff, that blue buff every time will definitely impact his clear.
I mean, what option does Loki have, though, right? He's going to go Heartseeker. He's going to start off with that, and he needs beads to reset his chain. So, and then you want teleport on him as well, just so he can have this split push idea. Do you get rid of the teleport? Do you get rid of the beads for the Hand of the Gods? I don't think you can.
I honestly think that you... I mean, yeah, it's rough. It's definitely an interesting conversation, and Game Hunter played Loki. That's sort of his thing. You don't see anybody... You don't see a lot of people playing Divios as Osiris.
Ooh, Fear No Evil is going to hit as well. That's going to be one. Kraken's going to go down trying to stop the assault, but it's not enough. Geb's shield's going to be there as well. Will they jump backwards? They're covering the option, and Isis will clean that one up. Beautiful play coming out of Legion.
Aduro's looking really, really good in this game, Scott. He's 2-0-1 as his team starts up the Gold Fury. This should be really no problem. Here comes Weapon, but he's followed by the character we're talking about, Aduro. Great silence is going to not only put her in combat, but keep her out of the fight. The Gold Fury goes to Legion, no problem. 5-0 read the kills. Wow. 3,700 gold difference.
And 5,500 XP difference.
Yeah.
This is really, I mean, Return has to just say, okay, guys, put on the brakes, everyone stall. Just play safe, try to get control of our jungle. They're going to need defensive wards at this point.
For as strong as Return looked last game, this is how strong Legion looked this game. I mean, I think this is what we're talking about. Yeah, game one didn't go well. F6, let's get on to game two.
Yeah, very interesting strat.
That's what we're seeing right here.
I like it. Instead of just harping on the fact that, oh my god, I can't believe we lost the Gold
How do you rip off a Band-Aid, Scott?
Fast.
Exactly. You don't sit there and peel it. You don't wait for a 45-minute defeat when your opponent's killing you in the mid-game. You just rip it off and slap on a new one. That's what we're seeing here. And wow, 7 minutes in, this game is being driven by Legion.
Yep, 5-0, read the kills, 7 minutes on the clock here. Cupid's going to get out. Rama's going to hit the steroid and then just still get there. You know, it's so funny seeing the entire meta shift.
Yeah.
And Rama at the beginning of Season 2, everyone's like, oh my god, you can't play him. He's abysmal. Get him out of there.
Young Bay.
No, nothing has changed on this god at all besides, oh, yeah, my 2's still fantastic and my cripple's even better. Right? Like, he's still just as viable.
It was such a drastic change, changing from the Season 1 to Season 2. What happened was we had a mana return blue buff on the left side for Hunters. Now we've got a basic attack steroid in the purple one, so everybody's immediate thought was, well, go for the guys that hit with really hard basic attacks, not the guys that use mana.
Yep.
And as we slowly get there, people realize that, you know, maybe the blue buff was a crutch, maybe I can be a little bit more careful with my spells, and here you are, and as you said, Rom's back. Hell, we even saw an Apollo. It didn't really work, but just went
I want Apollo to work. Apollo's great. Fields of Love's going to come down here. Does he have the Damahes to take out this Athena? Taunt's going to hit, and he's going to get out. Now Rama's just going to still stay there as well. Heart's going to drop. I thought he was going to force the ult as well.
Me too.
But look at this rotation coming out here. Geb's here as well. Barely misses the charge play, and now they're going to give up on this one, or will they?
Look how hard Legion's committing to this. They're going to use the ultimate onto Cloud. Athena ult, not going to make it. You're stuck in base Athena.
Again?
But 4-man rotation to keep this side of the buffs down. Scott, this is their plan, Gandhi.
Oh, God, yeah.
This is their entire plan for the game.
This is beautiful. Front to back, this is exactly what you want to see out of a team. You take away the most important part of it as we enter into this pause here. You take away the most important part of the jungler, the speed buff. You take away the most important part of the soul laner. blue buff. And it is working perfectly.
Yeah, I mean, Loki is a character in the solo lane that works as a very traditional solo laner in the sense that you want to put him in the oven, and then 25 minutes later, oh my god, Loki is just murdering everyone. You know, we take a look at the Guardians. They don't really scale super well. We take a look at Game Hunter's Cabrakan. He doesn't really scale super well. So he's just in the solo lane sort of out of necessity. That's where he is going to be put. Loki's a character where that's where he wants to be.
He's going for this. Wait for the dash. Heart Bomb hits, and Panda Cat's just going to make him pay. Throws out the hearts, heals himself up. And as you can see in the top side of your UI there, they're also trying to aggress on the purple buff. And now there's going to spot 3 members of Return, and they're saying, look, we want to fight. We want you to engage us. We dare you. But it's not happening.
They're ahead by 5K before the 10-minute mark. It is a scary, scary spot. But, you know, just to finish up what I was talking about Loki before, if he gets ahead, it's scary. So the entire thought process here, don't let it happen. Yeah. Just shut him down.
Mid lane here, 3-man grouping. Right side, Harpies are going to go to Sobek and Sobek alone. Left side, we might see Return actually contest this as well. They have the Athena there. Poseidon going to be backing up. He does have ult, and they're going to let this one go as they should. They might last second try to steal it there, and they were unsuccessful.
Mid lane. Going to be looked at again. Those right-hand Harpies were finished, so all the Harpies are down. Still a large lead. Probably like 30 seconds until we see the Gold Fury spawn back up again. So Legion is just clearing out their own jungle for a change of pace.
Now, we talked about how the Heartseeker is a risky play. How, you know, Dev Gloves in the long run end up, you know, just giving you more damage, and you can solo Gold Fury just due to the copious amounts of lifesteal you get from it. But if you lose a boxing match and both hunters have Heartseeker, you lose half your stacks.
Exactly. Boxing, when it's a Heartseeker versus Heartseeker, is incredibly different, and it's a variable you want to take. When you're a Devo Gloves versus a Heartseeker, you have to internalize, he'll hit me harder, but I have to go for it anyway, because if I kill him, I win for the next couple of minutes. And that's when you're both sitting with Heartseeker, as we see both Rom and Cupid have it. It's a completely different story, and, you know, it's just up to the players. Do we want to fight? Do we want to risk that? Because I could die.
Well, Bay's finally getting ready here as they're going to just poke out Pain de Vion. The rotation is going to be called out here. Isis is coming as well. Bastet as well. It will be there. On the right side, though, we are going to be seeing Sobek, and he's got a Loki just doing exactly what he wants. He knocks him up trying to find him. He's still invisible, though, and he will just appear right behind him, but Sobek will be able to get his blue buff. Gold Fury getting started up again, as they are just going to still be able to zone this out.
DJ's here, though, which is who Legion was waiting for. The Isis ult obviously is very, very good for objective secure. It just gives you a big zone. There's the taunt, and the whole zone is going to be taken. Welcome to the danger zone, says Clow. Hits him with the ultimate, but 2 go the way of the cat, and only Panda Cat gets the kill for Team Legion.
Well, waiting on the Sacred Monkey to hit. The Cripple will apply as well. Hearts will come out. DJ Pernicus will pick them up, and they will just watch them go back. Will they try to start up the Gold Fury, though, is the question. They see that Loki is going to be in the mid lane, and he's going to go invisible and just do annoying Loki things.
Yeah, Sobek doesn't have that Hog 3, only the Hog 1, so they can't go for the Gold Fury. Return, on the other hand, can change their mind, which means Legion wants to fight. The cats are out. DJ's going to chase, but a beautiful ultimate coming out from Loki. It's not going to kill him, but it will deter the chase. Salt Machine's on its hair. He picks up one, but right away, Panda Cat gets the double kill, and Loki falls along the side of his Poseidon and the rest of his team.
Panda Cat is looking like complete SPL fashion. He's taking the boxing matches. He's got great positioning. He's staying alive. He's doing all the things you want out of your hunter. And that's really propelling this team in this game, too.
It's the confidence that I'm seeing, Gandhi, in Game 2 for Legion. Every play is confident. We've seen Aduro use Wingust and dive towers. We've seen DJ Pernicus, which is, you know, confidence is never really his issue, but we've seen him in the enemy jungle more so than his own jungle. Every play coming out from Legion is oozing confidence, and that's the reason they're as ahead as they are. 13 minutes in, 7 kills up, and an incredible 6,000 gold. They're senior.
That was actually one of the first things Pecky's told me when I first came over here in September. He was like, look, just play like you're better than everyone. That's how you win in MOBAs. And I go, okay.
I mean, we've been talking the past couple of days. Brandon keeps bringing up the Omega factor, right? The Omega aura. It's very, very real. If you have this confidence, you'll be able to do a lot more. It really is fun.
So now we're going to be watching here. Tail Whip's going to knock up Loki as well. He's got help from the Hunbats. Hunbats trying to aggress. And now still waiting on it. The ultimate will be forced out defensively, though, but that is still a win for Legion, make no mistake.
That slow from Hunbats is so powerful, especially against the Loki, because it's either going to force out the ult or force out the invisibility, and that's going to be double stun, but Beans will make sure that only one stun counts. Pain's ult is down, and Clow will go back to base.
Well, Fields of Love comes down as well. The ultimate forced out from Rama, and now Panda Cat throws out the hearts. There's a one-on-one boxing match here, and now that's just not fair. That's a 1v2. Make that almost basically a 1v3, and Athena takes the kill.
That roll. That roll. That roll was so clutch. The last second roll to put Athena on top to secure the Goomba Stomp. I love it. I mean, that's the react. That's why you pick Rom into Cupid. You ult, so do I. Now I can't get hit.
Yeah.
And you will.
Yep. Aha. Red buff coming up here. Will Isis be going for this one? The answer is no. They're going to try to save this tower here. Just make sure they get all of the experience possible. Payne's going to go ahead and zone them out. Red buff still up.
1 ward, 2 wards, 3 wards on the left side of the map before team return. So I wouldn't expect to see Nevin get caught out anytime soon, as long as his map awareness is on point. Which
look at that Athena, like bro. 11 wards. She's got more than, or that's 13. I'm sorry, I was away from my screen. Wow.
Yeah,
more than double.
A lot. Pain only has 5. Pain only has 5, and Wubbin, the support for Team Return, is crushing it as far as the vision is concerned. And I mean, that's why his Hunter's alive. That's why Nevin was alive.
I mean, Loki hasn't been in this position to even buy a ward. He's got to use all his money very, very wisely. He's got the Heartseeker done. He's going to be he's got Jotuns, and now across the way here, we have a Jotuns, and then we're going to be going into a Magi's Blessing from Hunbats, which really reminds me of almost all of Weekend's builds.
Okay.
Weekend always just goes like Jotuns into Magi's.
Yeah.
Always the defensive. Do you like that, or do you like to see the junglers be aggressive?
Magi's is an interesting item. It is all the stats that make it defensive. Here's some aggression, though. Nope, just kidding.
Nope.
But here's the thing with Magi's. It's a defensive item that allows you to continue to be aggressive. Yep. You go in and you get stunned. JK, LOL, you're not stunned. And you just keep bringing the pain. So with that Magi's bubble, it really allows you to be aggressive with a defensive item.
Well, still pushing forward here. Fear No Evil is going to be good. Isis Ultimate's going to be down. Athena gets out of town. And now we will watch as Poseidon walks all the way back to his tier 2.
3 members for Legion in the mid lane. Their solo lane even rotating, but see, this is what happens. You leave Loki alone for a second, he just takes your tower.
Yep.
Did he snatch him out of the invisibility?
Yep. That's the Spidey sense. That's when all things are working perfectly for you. Or Daredevil, which, you know, it takes a while, but the show actually turns out to be pretty good.
He never gets... Oh, man.
Just let it go, man. You'll get there eventually.
I mean, he wears pajamas all the time.
Stop it.
Great Spirit Ball coming out from
Spirit Ball is actually hurting really, really bad. When you see the charts here, 9,000 experience in favor of Legion. They have no business losing any team fight. I mean, it is 17 minutes to have 9,000 experience. This looks like Cogred versus Dignitas at the NA Regionals.
That was a pretty bloody one right there. Wubbin taking a lot of his damage. DJ Pernicus is hitting him so hard. Out next is going to be the Deathbringer, folks. The way Hunbats works, after every time he uses an ability, he's got a % chance to crit, and that Deathbringer is just going to work perfectly and synergize perfectly with that passive. So this is a pretty standard build to see on Hunbats because of that passive. So the Deathbringer should come out relatively soon, depending on Golden Hand.
And now looking at it here, the 4-man grouping, make no mistake, that's because the Gold Fury's up. They want to force this fight. Sobek and Loki all the way over on the right side. Teleport is going to be up, though, for Loki, so he can get to this fight. Athena dashes in, as well as Fields of Love. Fear No Evil is going to be good. Athena's going to get erased. Pain Devion will pick that one up. Bastet throws the cats out, tries to jump away, and now she's still trying to dodge. Beads are forced out. Silence is good. Will Isis be able to clean it up? And she hasn't been. Bastet is still alive.
Ouch.
Spirit Ball is going to hit right in the face. Sobek joins the party. He wants all of the action, but his team has abandoned him. Tail Whip's going to be good. Panda Gat finally coming in here after getting forced out of that team fight. Legion with the advantage.
Hunbats ult just controls
everything.
so much. It almost looks like there's no chance for Return to grab anything when that ultimate. Every time, Scott, I'll tell you a little bit, and for the fans at home, every single time there's a fight, I look to see if the diamond next to GJ Pernicus's name is on. And if it is, I just say to myself, well, probably going to go the way of Legion. That said, that fight, that was one of the better fights Return has had all game.
Yeah. But at the same time, they still came out behind, which, what does that tell you about this game so far, my man?
Yeah, uphill battle. Return,
for sure.
Return has brought their kill count up to 6, so they now only trail by half of the kills of Legion. It was a 10-3 game for a long time, and in that period of time where we saw 2 kills go the way of Legion, 3 went to Return. So Legion definitely looked very strong early on. Still looks strong now, but Return is slowly chipping away.
Oh, what a beautiful two-man taunt there from this Athena. Really saving the best stat completely. And now Poseidon was like, "Oh yeah, I'll poke with my trident." And then he was like, "Wait, no. I heard Isis.
Yep.
She's somewhere around here."
Audio cues, so important.
Cleaning up the ward here. It's really funny. What you pointing at, my man?
We're seeing more of these wards. You just see the cactus drop in the mid lane. This used to be a ward that only SK Now Fnatic used to put down. But
wow, what a Blink Cataclysm. That's great beads. Instantly, cats are forced out as well. And now that is a very, very defensive kitty cat usage there.
Yep.
They're going to look to reaggress on this. DJ Pernicus does have ult. He knows beads are down on Poseidon. I would not be surprised to see him jump in as soon as he possibly can. Look at him lingering on the backside. He wants this. Ooh. Look at this. Fear no evil. That's just erased instantly. He had no problem at all killing Bastet.
He had no problem at all killing Bastet, thanks to the kill threshold being lowered by Aduro. That long-range Spirit Ball, don't forget, folks, as we see Loki just get tooled around here. The further a Spirit Ball travels, the more damage it does, and that was from outside of the tower range into the back.
Now, Geb still pushing up. Misses the knock up there, but he's happy with just taking that tier 1 tower. Third objective taken here from Team Legion.
They did it again. Ward right in front of the tower. You're going to see the jungler walk past there. You're going to see people when they come up the mid lane, find out where they go. Such an intelligent ward, as I said. Pretty much was exclusively SK Now Fnatic. We've seen Dignitas drop it once or twice in the old years, and now Legion is not the first team I've seen doing it. This is a ward that has really caught in its popularity.
Taunt comes out, Kraken comes out as well, only really hitting Sobek with that. And now Loki's in between 2 big men, as that's going to be a Sobek and a Geb, just completely stopping this one as well. And now Isis, she's waiting on the help, lurking in the water, will hit. And now he's just zoning him out. This was such a good defensive ultimate coming out of Sobek.
Can't walk on it. That's one of the cool things about lurking in the waters, because it can be popped by the player. It doesn't have to last. It doesn't have to last a full duration, because it can be popped. It is such a deterrent. It is a movable whirlpool. Don't walk here.
Thanks, Celia.
Great taunt coming out from Wubbin, but he's all alone. Spirit Ball not going to be good enough. Jumps in the Bastet, wants to aggress on Aduro, but just not enough damage. Level 14 up against level 18. Aduro still sitting about 60% HP after that tussle.
And that's actually a Warlock stash that has been completed here by Sobek, so he's got another 10-minute investment to probably get that thing all the way stacked up. But fortunately for him, Loki has this wave shoved all the way up. I mean, his tier 2 tower is gone, so he's getting free stacks and not having to worry about too much, since he knows Loki's going to be looking to kind of do some split pushing on the other sides of the map.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Loki had his blue buff stolen countless times. He got invaded on. He was first blood, but he's doing exactly what he's supposed to do. He's killed the towers in the right-hand lane. That mid tower, I don't really think he had much impact on it, but all he has to do is sneeze at it, and that's what Loki's good at, surprisingly showing up and killing something. He's doing what he's supposed to be doing here in this game around the 22-minute mark. Sure, he'd like to be a little further ahead as he's starting to build that transcendence, but it's where he wants to be.
4 people rotated to try to take out Panda Cat, and they were just a little bit too slow. But fortunately for them, the Gold Fury will be coming up here in about 5 seconds, which really ends up being about 10 because she takes so long to get ready. But they should be looking to fight here again, as the left Harpies will be going once again to Legion here, just adding to their experience lead. And Cupid has already started up this Gold Fury, guys.
Panda Cat's already got it down to about 50% HP. In comes Wubbin. That could be not so hot. He's definitely surprised the team. All of a sudden, they turn around, they fight. Wubbin, where are you? You're back in the base at home. Maduro claims credit for that kill. The fight's still heading in the bad direction for return. Cloud goes down thanks to the monkey. Nevin and his partner are going to run around, but at the backside is Salt Machine. Will he last? He does. The invisibility gets him out of there. No problem. And 3 members return while Clow and Wubbin head to base because they're dead.
Yep, best part about this is that Wubbin is down. They don't have to worry about a Gold Fury steal here at all. That is a huge advantage here for Legion. And now Rama's going to come in, he's going to poke, and now he's just going to get zoned out by the Crocodile.
So Transcendence has been finished for Loki. As we take a look at the chart, 7,200 gold with the kill of that Gold Fury, 12,000 experience going the way of the blue team, 15-6 read the kills, so 9 kills separate these teams at the moment. Legion looking very, 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 very strong.
Yep. And now we will be seeing Sobek here. He's got the sash now, so this will most likely be an ethereal staff, giving him some health, also making him great, and just giving him a little bit more power as well. Synergizes well with Warlock Sash. This is like the old school Zhong Kui build.
Yeah, just stack on the health, stack on the health, stack on the health. I mean, he's naturally a Guardian, so that's definitely not a bad look for a Sobek. Salt Machine popping around. You know, he finished up this Transcendence. I'm going to tell you an item he's not going to build, but would be fun.
What?
The Crusher.
The Crusher?
Every single time we've talked about Loki, we've talked about him split pushing and killing towers.
Yeah, but the problem with the Crusher is that it needs more. It needs more stats than a Titan's Bane in order to make it worth getting picked up at the competitive
works well.
scene.
Yeah, Crusher works well when you're looking for pure flat pen. You buy it alongside Brawler's Beatstick, and you don't care about the passive for either, because you just get the flat pen. So I mean, you see it sometimes on Thor and characters like that, and it works well. But you know, with the thought process of Loki being a strict split pusher in this situation, because he's not ahead enough. He is level 20, but he's not at that point where he can just murder people real yet. Actually, with that Transcendence.
Wow, he got sprint.
Let's see what happens when he jumps on the
sprint out of Poseidon there as well. As we are going to be seeing, that's a Magi's Blessing here on the Isis, as well as the Hunbats. This is a very annoying team to go through. Spirit Ball is going to come through. It's going to hit one. Blink Cataclysm is going to be good as well. The beads have been forced, and now Pernicus, he does have his ult. There it is. Fear no evil. Looking for the follow-up here right on Bastet. He's going to jump, missing the Bastet as well. Charge Spray is going to be off the mark. Tail Whip's going to be good, though. They clean that one up. Their eye has turned to the Fire Giant.
This is an incredibly intelligent decision coming out from Maduro. So Loki sort of got a boost like Thanatos with the change to Aegis.
Oh, yeah.
Loki hits you with the ult and then does a lot of damage with his aim strike 3. That's really what it's all about. You can't Aegis out of the stun anymore. You have the Magi's Blessing. So when the stun from the ult comes, you just Aegis, and the 3 won't hit you.
Yep.
Very intelligent decision-making coming out in the itemization. Fire Giant will inevitably go to Legion. They pick that up in the 26th minute of this contest. 16-6 are the kills, and Legion are driving it home.
Thank God they didn't get hit by the Fire Giant like DM Brandon did. My God. It is so frustrating to see that.
DM Brandon just never played an MMO, I guess. We're just gonna go. We're just gonna go straight into this next, looking at the situation in the mid lane. 4 members deep. They take that tower absolutely no problemo.
Clean.
Where are they headed now? Right lane.
Yep. They do have the Fire Giant here, so they'll be able to shred through the towers just a little bit better here. As the Loki, he's trying to be sneaky. He's trying to be sneaky. They're actually going to do the right thing, though. Wait for their minions to kind of push up here. They know Loki's all the way on the other side of the map. They know the teleport's burned as well. Actually, it's not burned.
Nope.
Excuse me. So Loki could come here relatively easy. Yeah, and he's actually going to try to box here. Sobek has no problem with this. He wants this fight to happen.
He's a Guardian. Sobek and Loki, they're just not gonna. It's not gonna go Loki's direction. I mean, Sobek, it'll take him a long time to kill Loki, but it'll take Loki a long time to kill Sobek. Actually, the alligator or the crocodile forced Loki into the base. That's why I said crocodile.
Crocodile of the Nile.
Is that really it?
I think so.
You don't know. Calm down.
I'm pretty sure that's like exactly what it is.
Kelly yelled at me when I said crocodile or Spring Fling. Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't yesterday they decide that it was a crocodile? I don't. Whatever. Someone with production will tell me. I think it's the Crocodile of the Nile.
All right. I mean, it rhymes.
Ish. They are going to go ahead and back, though. They're sitting on a decent amount of in-hand money, as Pernicus will just make sure to clean up these mid-harpies. This is going to be... Yep, the Crocodile God is coming from production. So, yes, Dot, I am smarter than you.
I said Crocodile. That's why I said Crocodile.
And also the God of the Nile.
And
so, Crocodile
you know
of the Nile is exactly right.
Yeah, you said it ish rhymes. Nile is the definition of a rhyme.
You know I don't listen to rap music.
They rhyme in country music too, Scott.
Not really.
Garth Brooks has rhymed in his life before.
Stop.
Truck and, well, I can't continue that statement. But they're going to go ahead and pick up the purple buff on the left-hand side. Still, I mean, what are they? They're...
Return, honestly, needs to have the best turtle in the entire world to deal with this Legion Assault. It's going to be really, really difficult for them, too. I mean, Loki's not going to really be initiating on the Isis, right? He has to kind of hit the Panda Cat, which is going to have two Guardians to peel for him because of Magi's being on Isis.
This is the situation, Scott, where if this was a movie, there would be music and it would be a montage right now. They picked up their Fire Giant buff, and now they're just clearing out the jungle. They're putting on their gloves. They're getting ready, and they're going to culminate in the middle, and they're just going to fight. This is just a situation where, all right, we need to pick up all the little last things we go for the final fight, or what could be the final fight, as long as Return doesn't play a good defense. So we'll see where Legion
I believe
up. They should go to the mid or the right side. It look like where they're headed.
Well, all eyes on Wobbin here. Wobbin?
Like,
if they can hit it, if they can hit the taunt and delay it, it's going to be good. He's going to get zoned out there, losing maybe a quarter of his health.
Magi's.
Now we are still going to watch the push. Who's it going to come from, though? Pain's just going to go blink right in. Cataclysm's going to hit. Fields of Love's going to be good. It's going to stun out Loki. Loki forced to beads. Look at his health just disappear, though. He uses the ult defensively again. That Phoenix stood no chance. They clear through it now into the mid. Will they continue to go for the Phoenixes, or will they turn their eyes on the Titan? Fear No Evil's going to hit as well. The beads are down. There's one. DJ Pernicus shredding through Return. There's a double. And now Isis still with the Spirit Balls barely off the target there. But look at the zone coverage coming out. That is going to be the circle of protection. This looks like it's going to be all about Legion.
All about Legion is for sure, Sky. I mean, one of the biggest things that I want to say as the Titan will fall right here is how they delayed their ultimates there. They didn't just go all in, right, Phoenix, let's go, let's hit all our buttons, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, hit it, do it, run. They used one, blink in from the Cataclysm from Geb, and then mid Phoenix, all right, we'll use Fear No Evil. Guess what? I still have Ice Assault for some reason, and that's going to help secure